Hey, what's up? Monday night. Welcome to a new week. It's 10:20, and it feels like 2 a.m. because when you get up at 5 now, your days don't last as long. It's biology. Today was nuts, and the last 2 months have been, and the next 6 months probably will be. But I'm doing what I can to keep up with this. We're way behind on vlogs again. I'm trying not to complain too much. Today was pretty productive. We did a transmission rebuild, obviously a sublet for an automatic, the GM box in the E53X5 2001 inline 6 that used GM 5-speed transmission for whatever reason. And we rebuilt that for the customer back in January or February, something like that. And he's having issues now after it sits for a couple of days. You put it in gear and you rev it, you wait 3 seconds, and then it starts to move. So there's obviously something clogging a solenoid or a bad solenoid in the valve body. I don't know what's going on there, but reached out to the transmission rebuilder. They recommended we put an additive in the gearbox to help do whatever that's going to do. So we did that today. It took significantly longer than anticipated. I feel badly. The customer is waiting and waiting and waiting, and then his wife got mad he was late for dinner, so he ended up Ubering home. So we've still got the car, which is a problem because we're stacked 3 rows deep outside. It's 22 cars there and 3 cars at sublets right now. We can't handle 25 cars. There's 2 people there most of the time. Sometimes Wednesdays, 3 people. So it's just a nightmare to try to keep up with the communication for all this and checking in parts and pushing things along. But as I've said a billion times, I'm doing absolutely everything. So we got the additive in today after he left. We're gonna check the fluid level tomorrow again at temperature and deliver that, so that'll be down 1. The Monaco Blue E60 M5, we got the new gearbox in there. The gearbox is great. Now we have misfire codes back again. This happened after we tuned the DME for a VMAX delete per customer request. And I immediately reached out to the coder and said, hey, now that we've reinstalled the DME in the car, we're seeing random misfires across multiple cylinders. And he's like, well, there's no way that could be related to this. So I recommended plugs and coil packs. They were all original. Customer approved. We put them in. It seemed to work okay, though we only drove the car 1 or 2 times. Then the transmission had issues. It came out. It went to a sublet, spent 2 months there. The guy had nothing for us because you can't rebuild the GS653BZ. So now that we've got a new transmission working in there, the car started, idled, and ran great for like an hour, and then you turn it off, and the next morning, misfires on 1 and 9, and then it's 2 and 5, and it's different every time you clear the codes. So we tried running MAFless. That didn't make a difference. It could be an oxygen sensor. There's not a vacuum leak. We're going to test the exhaust, smoke test the exhaust for leaks, but the E60 M5, when it runs, is such a magnificent car, but they just don't run. They don't run right. That engine was so poorly engineered and designed. You can throw tens of thousands of dollars at it, and to make it run, I don't know that you could make an S85 run for 10,000 miles without DTCs. And it's so depressing. And it's difficult to be in my situation and to literally be responsible for making them run, and they just don't. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, an S62 swap would be the solution, but then that takes the soul out of the car that makes the E60 M5 the E60 M5. You don't know when you press that button, is there gonna be a fireball? Is it gonna start and be glorious? It's that gamble that people love. It's like a Ferrari. So we're gonna keep working on that. Alan's making great progress on the Blue Water 02. Full suspension's done. We've moved on to body trims and cosmetics and things like that. Shop Monkey's only showing 54%, which doesn't sound right. It feels more like 80%. So I'm gonna have to go through that item by item and figure out what's going on there. Anyways, leftover pizza for me tonight. I just did a couple online orders of things I've been procrastinating on, and I've got to get to bed. I'm absolutely dead now at 10:20. Getting to 30 sucks. I used to be able to stay up till 4 a.m. Not anymore. Talk to you guys on Tuesday. Doing an inspection tomorrow. Car from Sacramento, beautiful condition M5. Night.